Hey guys, so today I'm here for a demo slash review of the CoverGirl Tropical Fusion palette. This looks like a great palette for summer. You have a lot of bright, fun colors in here. So first off, let me just show you the swatches, and you can find this in your drugstores. I think these palettes go for about $5 or so. I could be wrong there, give or take. But these are the swatches on my fingers. And then I'll swatch it on my hand. And that's what it looks like swatched. So this lighter color green right here, you can tell immediately that it's really chalky and really streaky. You're not going to get a perfect application with that, and if I blend it in, you can barely tell it's there. And then the same thing with this corally orange color right here. It's like a peachy color. When you blend it in, you can barely tell it's there. But this is a beautiful teal color, and then you have a nice dark blue. But it's not as strong as what you would think looking at the actual product. You would think that the blue was going to be the most intense color when it actually ends up being these two. These two are the most intense color out of the entire palette. So what you're going to see first in the first demo is me just using this palette with just the regular primer. Now the one thing that I had, and the one gripe that I have with this palette, is that you can't use it without a colored base. And as you can tell from the demo, the colors aren't as intense as you would like them to be, and they're not as pigmented. They come out pretty streaky, and they can fall into the creases, and you're just not going to get a great application from it. But when you put a colored base on the bottom, you're going to see it stands out a lot more, and you can actually see a lot more of the color. So what I did first was I took that teal color, of course I put on my regular base, and then I took that teal color and I put it all over my lid, but I left the inner 1/3 empty, and then I took the back of the clean side of that brush, and then I went into that light green color, lime green color, and then I put that on the inner third. Then I took the orange peachy color and I put that all over in my crease, and I blended it out to my brow bone. I took the dark blue color and I put that in my crease, and then I also took the darker blue and I put it on the outer third of my lower lash line. And then I took the teal color to just brighten it up just a tad, and I put that on the middle, or around the middle of my lower lash line. You can see it's not pigmented at all. You can barely tell there's any color there. Even when I look at it in person, you can't really tell that there's any color. So as you can see from that application, it's not the greatest pigmented palette that you're gonna get out there. There's a lot more pigmented palettes that you can get. I mean, if you really want to splurge, you can go in and get Urban Decay's palettes. They have a lot of pigmented eyeshadows that you can get there, and they have some really similar colors. Another thing that I didn't care for about this was the fact that it's this color that gives me the biggest gripe, because it's chalky. I don't know what I would use it for. I mean, it doesn't show up on my skin tone. It doesn't do anything for me. There's no shimmer in it. It's just a really matte lime green color, and it's like, what am I gonna do with that? Okay, so now let me just show you what the palette looks like with a colored base on, and it's the look that I'm wearing right now. And I really like this because it has bright colors and it has that bright summery feel, but it's nothing too extreme. It's nothing that you can't get away with using daily, which I personally really like, and this is kind of what I wanted the palette to be on its own. What I did was that I started out with NYX's Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Slate, and I put that all over. And the reason why I went with a darker base is because I really wanted that teal color to pop. And if I went with a lighter base, you're going to see it there, but it's going to be a lighter teal, and I wanted this one to just really stand out. And then I went in and I put that teal color all over my lid. I went in with the other side of my clean brush, and I went into that lime green color and I put it on the inner third like usual, like I did in the first demo. I took that orange color and I blended it into my crease, and then I just went back into that dark blue and I put that in my outer corner, and of course I blended that out as well. I wanted to reinforce that teal color, so I went back and touched it up, and then I lined my eyes, put on mascara, and did the rest of my face. The thing is that if you're a beginner with makeup, maybe I feel like this might be a good option for you, because it's not like, again, it's nothing too in your face, it's nothing too saturated, and you can always play around with different bases, different colored bases, and just see what looks work for you. The only thing is that I don't think it's worth the original price. I got this luckily on clearance, which was for $2.74 or something like that, and so Unfortunately, I don't think everybody can find this on clearance, but I'm really iffy on this still. I mean, I love the colors in it. I like the color combination. It's a really good combination. I just wish that the colors were a bit more saturated so I don't have to put a colored base on. Overall, this is just an iffy palette. I mean, if I had to give it a score out of 10, 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, I would say it's like around a 3 to a 4. I mean, there's nothing really stand out great about this palette. I like these two colors, but the fact that this color doesn't show up really on my skin tone, it's a problem for me. So if you're looking for a palette that is really opaque with color, don't go for this one. It's just not going to give you the bright color payoff. It's not going to be as saturated as it looks in palette. I was very disappointed in the blue too because I thought that was going to be super intense, but it's not that intense, which is unfortunate. I really wish it was a little bit more intense and it was more saturated in color, because if it was, then I think this palette would definitely be bumped up to around a 4 or a 5. But because that color, like all three of those colors, they're really pretty on their own, and I know you can work with it, it's still not saturated enough to bump it up to that level. So it's already a 3 or 4. I mean, it's nothing too great. I definitely have palettes that have more of a color punch, and you know, I can get a better quality payoff and I don't have to use a color base. But that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more, I'm going to have a more in-depth review on my blog, so check that out. You can check out our website, and then you can just go to my blog through that, and all the links and everything will be listed down below. And yeah, that's about it. Until our next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!